From the 90-Day Fiance.
Three-way.
Replay, except there's more than three in this way.
3.5.
3.5? That sounds like a lot.
That's how dedicated we are. Yes.
Well, let's start off with some amazing news.
The little one has been born.
Yay! Congratulations. He's a little cutie patootie.
Thank you.
So we were off for a week because some of us gave birth.
Swimmy.
But we're back.
Yeah, so
All
episode
right.
9, Bad Romance. Who do you want to start with?
How about let's start with the worst romance?
Yes. Really? We're going to start off with them right now?
You don't want to start off with the explosion?
No, we have to save that one.
Favorite.
Come on, we need a little bit of lead up.
All right. How about let's start off with the worst storyline of the entire series, which is Benjamin.
Sounds good.
All right. So I guess we're back in this ongoing saga of Ben being catfished in Peru. So last time when we left off, he got to Lima and was sad in the hotel. And now he's up in the gym. He's working out in what he considers the only happy place he has left in all of Peru. Because basically Mahogany's not replying to any of his messages. And then there was this whole scene where he like wrote a short story called The Runaway Train.
Oh my God, I love
I
it.
just zoned out and I felt myself like leaving my body.
Wait, zoned out in a good way or in the bad way?
It's like, when someone likes to tell you something and it's just not your cup of tea, so your eyes glaze over and then you just go and then they go, what I say, and you go, yeah, I mean, it's stuff. that's how I
ask your opinion, like, so what do you think? And you're like,
yeah, that sucks, man. I don't really know what to say. Like, what do you think?
Great, man. It's great. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Oh God. So let's try to like piece together what this runaway train was. So he was on a train, I guess, and they were gonna die, so they should just dance. I don't know. I guess it wasn't that good. So
I don't know. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Mostly because I didn't pay attention.
He's crazy. I would be.
Oh, this man is crazy. I don't understand.
I'm scared of him. I'm scared of him already.
Oh, Jesus. What else happened to him? Oh, he took a video call with his friend Jason and tells him all about his ongoing saga with Mahogany and how she was like a no-show at the airport. And like basically everyone is telling him, you are being catfished, sir. But like not to be deterred from true love, he instead makes a plan to go to her hometown to go visit her instead of like packing it in. So he says, all right, Mahogany, I'm coming to you in San Bartolo from Lima in a restaurant where I hope you can meet me. So he grabs a cab, texts Mahogany that he's headed her way and tells her what the restaurant was and at what time. And wouldn't you know it, the man or woman who's running the Mahogany account finally replies and says, San Bartolo is pretty far from Lima. And nothing else. She doesn't say anything about why she didn't show up. He doesn't say anything about like saying sorry. I'm like mixing my pronouns, obviously, because I don't know if Mahogany's a man or a woman, but he or she is not replying to anything Ben has to say.
And he sits in some restaurant for like 2 hours and drinks water.
Yeah, I would have gotten hurt, man. Like at this point, you don't think she was gonna show up? Like, Drink 6 cocktails. I think Jesus will be okay with like you partying it up a little bit.
At least have some Peruvian food, for crying out loud.
I know. What a waste.
It was a waste.
The
Yeah.
thing that's crazy to me is that, like, I think he admitted that, like, he could be a catfish, and I'm like, if there's even a possibility that it's a catfish, would you still go all the way to Peru and then go to like some random city, sit at some random restaurant? Like, even if it's a possibility, like, you need to stay home.
Because their love is true. It couldn't have been faked from all of those texts. He or she loves Ben. Well,
I don't
there's
know.
no way
I don't
you
know,
can
man.
fake that kind of connection.
Get off the train, Ben. Get off the train.
He wants to die on the train. Okay. He's willing to die on the train.
Oh man. Why do you think so? Do you think it's just because he's been catfished before? He really, really doesn't want to like show everyone that he's like so risk averse to being like catfished online.
Desperate. He's playing catch up.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to, like, use like all of the effort that he put into working out and like divorcing his wife and abandoning his kids. Like, it has to be for something.
Oh man. Yeah, so I don't know. Is he wasting his time? Or if you were Ben and you were invested in this, would you see it through for the next 2 weeks?
Well, I mean, if I'm already there, I might as well hang out in Peru.
Make a vacation out of it.
Maybe you can meet somebody else.
Oh, that's
Right.
true. That's a good point.
Find a new Mahogany.
That's right.
Yeah. Go on the apps again, Ben, and find somebody else.
How do we have any advice for him so that he doesn't get catfish for next time?
In order to not get catfish, you need to ask for a video chat, like in real time. That's at least like 2 minutes long.
Yeah. And like,
You know what I mean?
be automatically suspicious of anyone asking you for money 3 weeks of meeting them.
Yeah, don't give anybody money. That's the thing.
Yeah, you better be in like a freaking committed ass relationship for like way longer than a year before you should be giving money to your significant other. Heavily edited photos. I don't know. I'm a little worried about that because, like, Rebecca, she just likes to retouch. Just a smidge of the retouch.
She likes to go back in time. That's what she likes to do.
Right.
She was just putting a smidge, man. It was just like a little bit of makeup here and there, a little bit of lightening. But if you're gonna put a full-on new face, yeah, like you should be suspicious of a completely new face.
Yeah, I feel like Mahogany's was like a completely different face.
Yeah, it looks like it was an AI generated like person. Yeah.
That's some skill right there, though. How do you do that?
Oh, they make it really easy now. Just download a program. You can have a brand new face.
It's probably, the guy who went to Photoshop school or something.
Right? There you go. Somebody with some good coding and computer.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the top school in Peru for all of like design and graphics.
That's why he's in Lima, in the capital,
That's right.
He's like,
No, he's in San Bartolo.
no, that's where she said she was from.
Oh
he's
yeah,
not
that's
actually.
why he or she is currently not at Milonga, the restaurant.
That's
because they're
right.
making money in Lima.
And that's
Yeah.
why that's why when the message happened, he's like, oh, that's far from Lima. Didn't he say that?
Yeah,
Yeah. He or she.
that's right. We're pretty convinced here at the group that Mahogany is a man, or at least not the woman she says she is. So please, Mahogany, let us know if you're real or not.
I haven't really heard that much from, like, I know we haven't met her yet, but even Ben hasn't really told us anything that she said. Like, she hasn't written him any poems that we know of or anything. So we don't really know a lot about Mahogany besides her name and her AI face, and that, like, 15-second, like also AI clip. What is it
Yeah.
called?
Oh, hey guys.
Hello, hola,
This
it's me,
is
Mahogany. Aki.
Mahogany. It's
Mahogany,
Mahogany.
bye.
Bye. It's Mahogany. Yeah, we don't even know her last name. What the hell is her last name?
Wood.
It would be Wood.
Mahogany cedar.
Brown. Mahogany brown.
Sequoia.
Oh, there. I like that. Mahogany sequoia. Yes.
Man, if that's not like a stripper or like a drag queen name that I've ever heard of.
That would be a good name. Yeah, I like it.
Please welcome to the
Me too.
stage, Mahogany Sequoia. It's like a big dude.
But it's true what you said. We don't really even know that much about her. He's like, oh, and then she writes me back and it says, I agree. We are true loves. And that's a connection right there. That's a real connection. That's the truth. It's like, what? How is that a connection? She just said like we're true loves or some like basic sentence.
Yeah, it showed that
He's fallen hard for it.
he wrote like a lot of text and she just replies something like, oh yes, love you. That's it.
Can't wait to hug you.
Yeah.
But he said like that's a deep connection. When he talks about it, he's like, we have a deep connection.
No.
Is that a deep connection? Really?
You don't know. He's mistaken about all of his connections. He thinks that this is like a mission given from God to him. He needs to work on his connection to God first, because I think it's
know.
like it's not really there.
But he left the religion, right? Isn't that what he said?
He's still a Christian pastor. He's just not part
Yeah.
of the cultish Christian religion he used to be in.
Oh, okay. All right. I think I missed that part. Okay, so he's still part of the
Yeah, he's still very much a Christian.
entrenched in the religion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, should we move on to the main course?
Let's give that one a lot of time. Let's go to Mike and Ximena.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I like this one too. Actually, I like this one
Mike
too.
and Ximena.
Yes.
Okay, so this is it's the big moment. Mike's big moment that he's been planning like the whole time he's been there. This is the whole reason why he went there. It's the big night for Mike, right? So he brings Ximena to dinner, and he also invites her whole family, right? I think he always invites her whole family, which shows how dedicated he is. Which is that's good. And then when they get ready to eat dinner, Mike says this nice speech in Spanish that he's prepared, and Ximena starts crying. And then it's a TLC fake out, like you don't really know what's going to happen, right? He asks her, after the speech, he asks her, will you marry me? And then it's like, TLC, cuts to commercial. It's just like her covering her face. We don't really know what's going on. And then in her interview, she says she remembers how loving he is and how great of a man he is. Nothing about his looks, just how good of a man he is. And she says yes. She agrees. And then even the dad, even the dad who hates Mike cries. He's also happy. And then
that was shocking. I was shocked that he cried.
And then everybody hugs, and it was very fairy tale like he the restaurant was amazing, the view was amazing, and he decorated it really well. They brought out a cake. Like it just seemed really, really nice, You guys any thoughts on the proposal?
I also thought it was well done. The cake was super cute where it said, "Will you marry me?" in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
I like how he hugged the kids after, because he's marrying that whole part of her too.
Mm-hmm.
So Mike, I hope there's just so much left in their story. I really am hoping for the best for them.
Me too.
Oof.
I thought it was good too, the proposal. But I already knew. I have a feeling, even from the previews, before the preview, I was like, no, I don't know. She's not gonna make it work. I feel like.
You think she's gonna
I don't know.
sabotage? What do you mean?
Yeah. Like she doesn't really like him.
She likes the idea of him.
She likes him paying all the bills.
Yeah, well,
and
I mean,
like a father figure for her kids, but I don't think
Yeah.
she's willing to put in the work. I think Ximena is still very young and she's not willing to prioritize all those positives for the negative about his looks, you know?
I agree. The fact that she had to be convinced by her family to think about all that stuff, and given her track record of like her decision making has been based on, like, you know, she's not making good decisions. It's probably been based on like the looks. You know, I'd like to see what those exes look like, because I would think like maybe they're probably a lot better looking than Mike. You know what I mean?
You only think that they do? You're not for sure that they are.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that, you know, they look pretty good. All right. So I would say, yeah, she's gonna mess it up. But anyway.
Do you think that they might look good? I feel like she just maybe likes a bad boy. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're good looking. She probably just doesn't like.
Well, they probably have like
good
banging bodies rather than like Mike's pudgy, shorter appearance.
All right, that's possible since they were in prison and all.
That's right.
Yeah, but
Nothing
like,
else to do in prison but get buff.
Work out.
Bad boys with like good hygiene.
Yeah, like I think she was willing to let the hygiene go if they were at least kind of like attractive.
Mm-hmm.
But if, you know.
Also, like if it's like a bad boy for her, like a fart from a bad boy is like, it's okay. It's like,
yeah, that's like,
oh, it's bad. I like it.
bro, that's like Dior. She's like smelling Dior.
I like that bad fart.
That's right.
It's edgy. It's an edgy fart.
That's right.
But from Mike, it's disgusting.
Yeah, from Mike, it's, you know, not even Febreze.
That's messed up, man. Why you gotta think like that? So anyway, the next day he's basically bouncing, like he's gonna go. He's saying goodbye to everybody, right? And everybody is sad. And the thing that really gets me is like the setup for the kids. You know, the kids are really sad. They say like they love him. He hugs them. He's basically like trying to be their dad right now, take the dad's place. And it's like, what's going to happen when he leaves? Right. And then so she takes him to the airport and she gives him a necklace, which is, that's cute. And they say goodbye. And then
I did think the necklace was a nice touch. I was like, wow, actually,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
it's like a promise necklace. What do you guys think about those?
What's a promise necklace?
It's like a promise. It's like you give a necklace to somebody, or like you have one too. It's like it's a good joint gift. Like we'll both get matching necklaces, and it's like a promise that we're making to each other to not cheat or something. I don't know.
Do they work? Because according to Mike, might not.
I don't think so.
Well, I think people give promise rings that are like, we're both going to be virgins until we get married or something. You never heard of those?
Yeah, the Jonas Brothers did. Like their whole shtick was like being virgins until they got married, and then like they got super famous and like had sex the next day.
Promise rings went out the window after they got famous.
You have access? Come on.
I
There's
know,
no
right?
promise strong enough that you can make.
But I feel like with Mike, he'll keep that promise.
That's so funny.
But I mean, yeah, so on the previews, unfortunately, it seems like she starts acting up. She starts being distant and like asking for money for like, what does she want? Like a boob job or something? But anyway, she asks for money and then Mike has to go right back.
He's gonna lose his IT job.
Yeah. And then, I mean, that's a good point, because that's his whole value. If he loses his job, then it can't do anything for Ximena. But anyway, yeah, we all are in agreement that Ximena is gonna mess things up for them, and they're not gonna last. And on the next or the tell-all, they won't be together.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, that's money that they could use, like the boob job money, could be used to give Mike a baby.
Yeah, lesson learned, Mike. Oh yeah, since like if it doesn't work out with Ximena, you can find somebody in the States, it can give you a kid. Yeah, now that you're 90-day famous.
Oh yeah. I'm sure there's gonna be girls after him.
Yeah. That will love you for who you are.
Oh, I wish he was Asian. So then Ella, I mean, that would have been a perfect match.
That's true. They could cross pollinate.
It's incestuous within the 90-day incest.
I'm sure it happens though. Like they all get famous and like meet up with each other, and then people start hooking up. I think so.
Who would we
But
want to partner up? I can't even think of any I'd want to see with anyone else.
with Mike,
Boss Lady Kim.
Kimbali. No,
Kimbali.
I wouldn't want Kimbali for Mike. I think Mike needs somebody nicer. Ella would be good. Yeah, that's true. Ella would be good.
Right?
Mike's not
Ella
Asian.
Ella would treat Mike real good if Mike was some kind of Asian.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for them.
All right, let's do Gino and Jasmin. Okay, so as it turns out, he did send the topless photos of her to an ex. He said because he wanted it to be revenge, all right? He wanted to be like, see how hot my girlfriend is? But nope, Jasmin was not having it. She didn't care about any of that. She's like, you lied. And, we see her like looking at more messages with the ex going back and forth. And she calls him sick and depressing. I mean, like she is angry. The rage that's going on in her is crazy. She's like, this reveals a part of Gino that she finds disgusting, which I'm like, I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Because it turns out that he has a sugar baby. He used to have sugar babies. He used to pay $200 to $250 a meet, whatever that means. He said it was just dinner, but I'm not sure about that. And he said he was looking for love at that time, but he realized that that's not where he's going to find it. Does this change your opinion of Gino?
The sugar daddy thing doesn't change my opinion of him. It's his rationale for why he did it, where he was saying, oh, it was just like to show you off and stuff. But like, then why were all the other messages about her like kind of talking down about her? You know what I mean? Like making fun of her. And
true, there was that too.
Yeah, and why is he talking to his ex-wife?
Was it his ex-wife or was it a sugar baby?
No,
I think it was
his ex-wife.
It's his ex-wife.
Oh, it was his ex-wife. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
His ex-wife also showed Jasmin that he did do the sugar daddy thing with sugar babies. So she was getting all that tea.
Wow.
I mean, sugar baby, I think it's okay. Like, I don't look down on him for that. As long as everybody's like consenting and like in the know, like that's fine. It just seems like sad on his part. That's the only thing.
I agree. I agree that I kind of agree with Jasmin in that, like, she's like, okay, this totally changed my opinion of you because I thought you were just like a nice guy. Because I do actually think she likes him. But now I just see you as like some sad old man who has to pay for sex. And I kind of can see that. And then he like sends pictures for revenge. It does change my opinion of him.
Yeah, that is immature, I think, for him to do that.
Yeah, it's gross because they're not his pictures to send. Like she was doing that for him, you know what I mean? Like just for his benefit. It wasn't that she signed off to use those photos for anything else. But this is why you shouldn't send nudes, guys. Don't send nudes.
Don't put your face in it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Then you could just always lie.
Okay, there's nothing worse than somebody that this is probably what Jasmin is thinking. She's like, "Oh, I dated down because I thought you were going to be loyal and good to me. Thought you were going to be a nice guy. And now you're not only are you not a nice guy, you pretend to be nice, and you know that she dated down, right? Come on, let's just all say it, right? Otherwise,
Well,
I don't know. Would
she
you see
didn't
somebody
date
with Jasmin
down.
like with Gino? Mhm.
Uh, like if you look at her earlier Instagram photos, I mean, she just puts in a lot of work. She goes to gym a lot, but her earlier Instagram photos, she doesn't look that great. And we do know that Gino paid for a lot of her upgrades, right?
Okay.
So I feel
Really?
like
Okay, I
in
haven't
that
seen those photos. So what
in
is
that
it that makes her look
context,
different?
she just doesn't look as she doesn't look as good.
Yeah, okay.
In that context, and I see like how like why their relationship is kind of working or why she would date down, quote unquote, because they have that dynamic. But I feel like, I mean, what he did was totally wrong. And also what you said, like the context of his conversation with the ex-wife, like what exactly is going on there? We need more information. Because is he making fun of Jasmin? Like, is he flirting with his ex-wife? Like, what's going on? Like, if they're just friends, like I feel like that's what we thought like throughout the season, and that's fine. But if it's something else, then that's messed up. But I feel like it's not like he wasn't like malicious or that he doesn't like Jasmin. I feel like he's still in love with her and still likes her. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Doesn't make anything that
Mm-hmm.
he did was okay, but like
Mm-hmm.
it's not like he like was trying to cheat on her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right, which
Like
is
at the end
how
of the day,
Jasmin
he still
takes
likes
it.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sucks now because everything that Jasmin wanted not to happen in this relationship is happening. Like, the whole thing about like don't talk to other women because it makes me feel insecure. And now she is like she's gonna take that into her next relationship magnified by 10.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, but the problem is like it was already so bad that no matter, I feel like everything that he did was like something, you know what I mean? Like he would
Even
have slipped up
tipping.
eventually. Yeah, even tipping, like eventually he would have slipped up some way.
No, but I mean it's like it's messed her up now even more because now she really can't trust guys.
Even
Yeah.
the ugly ones. I
Even
mean,
the worst ones.
sorry, not ugly, but
Unconventionally attractive
yes.
gentlemen.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're right. She has this attitude of like, how dare you look at me and look at you?
Yeah,
Which is what she says.
She did say
Yeah.
that. Yeah, she did say that.
She's like, if
She
I
would
was
get-
gonna be
Yeah.
with a sugar daddy, I would be with the sugar daddies of all sugar daddies.
Get it? That's what I'm saying.
But no, I chose to slum it with you because I actually liked you, and this is what I get.
No, that's such a bummer because she really did like him.
I think she does.
Yeah, but she also just likes his obedience too.
Oh, she does too. Right, right. She thought that she would be able to control him and everything.
Yeah. That was her mistake.
And now she knows that he's over here texting his ex right next to her while she was napping. I was napping. And you were here texting your ex. I mean, she deserves an Academy Award for this performance.
Mm-hmm.
It was like really intense. And she throws the electric toothbrush out the door. She packs up her stuff.
That was
Says she needs
hilarious.
another room. Throws the electric toothbrush.
Yeah, where was she gonna go? Does she have her separate room?
I guess she was gonna get one.
You see
Okay.
the thumbnail? Like, so TLC always posts like little clips, on YouTube, right? And there's a thumbnail. And the one they did for the Jasmin and Gino fight, there was like Gino's face on one side Jasmine face on the other side, and the electric toothbrush in the middle.
That's actually funny. That's clever. But man, she really tore him down. She tore him a new one.
She tried to say everything that she could. She went for the jugular.
She did.
But the thing is, like, she said, like, she wants to inflict as much pain as she's feeling. And I feel like she does, even though it's a lot of it's, I feel like, irrational, like, she does feel the pain. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, she's really, even I think part of it's her doing it to herself. She does feel it.
Oh goodness. All right. Yeah. So then she's like, I would rather work 5 jobs. What? 4, 5, 6 jobs than to be a sugar baby. I am not your sugar baby. Blah blah.
But didn't he pay for a lot of things?
Exactly. And doesn't she want like trips from him and this and that? So
Sounds like a sugar baby to me. Wait. I think that's a different definition.
What's a different definition?
What's the difference between a sugar baby and a gold digger?
Oh, sugar baby, I think, right. Aren't they just like really young?
Yeah, so Jasmine's not even a sugar baby. She's an
You're
old
right.
lady.
She's just a gold digger. Yeah. I guess so. And so then he he puts his foot down and he's like, well, if you're gonna be talking to me all bad like that, shut up. She like cuts him off. Like so then she ends up leaving, but still being very angry. And that's it. And then on the next we see that she comes back. Oh man, she was just like stewing in her rage, and she's like, oh hell no, I have to go back and release more of this on him. I have to make him feel even more crappy. So she like rips his hat off his head and like, those are nudes.
I wish they didn't show us what he looked like yet, so that we could all just be like, ew, collect it. But now we know what he looks like.
I don't know. It's kind of like what I expected, I guess.
Yeah, it looks
a bald old man. Like, get over yourself.
Yeah, it's like, it's not even a big deal. Like, it isn't even, like, it's not like anything crazy.
Did you see him try to get his hat back, though? Like,
he
really like tried to like get it back from her. Like, he really was naked.
It would have been funny if, like, right after she left, he pulled out another hat out of his back pocket.
All these
and put it on.
Or actually, he
care.
had another hat when she like yanked it off.
Underneath.
That would have been funny.
Never ending.
Like constant.
Like a cartoon.
Like ripping off one after the other.
Yeah. The Russian nesting dolls of hats.
There's photos of him without his hat on, because they're like, they made it a meme because they're like, since you like to send photos around of Jasmin, how'd you like this photo of yourself with no hat going around everywhere?
Really? I have not seen that.
Oh, the 90-day people are not nice.
Are we not nice? I feel like we're nicer.
Well, there's some, but like if you go on Instagram, there's some like 90-day fiance groups that are like 90-day fiance _ do not report, because there's a lot of groups that are like, they probably say some like super racist, mean, evil stuff, but they keep getting reported. So they have separate groups like just for people to say like horrible things.
Oh goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not us. We're positive people.
Right. I mean, we try.
Yeah, to the extent that the material allows us to be.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it with them.
With that.
But I feel like I wanted to say this. I was thinking like, man, because he's calm the whole time. So I'm like, is she gonna pull that hat off and he's just gonna really go crazy and like what's the thing that's gonna really make him just explode. Like, because he just seems to be taking all of this,
He's
right?
used to it. He's used
You know,
to
a
it now.
breaking point. That's my thing. Like, does he have a breaking point?
I don't know. You know what they say when it's like there's no worse point in an argument until like you realize that you're wrong and there's nothing you can say.
Mm.
I think that's where he is, where it's like, well, I did this, so you just gotta sit there and eat it.
That's true. But he knows like what he did was messed up.
I mean, she even came back and took off his hat. I'm like, oh, is he going to do something now? We'll see.
And
We'll
she said on that
see.
island, there's no people who live there. It's only for tourists. So he's trapped there.
Oh, and how awkward would it be to get on the same flight home, and it's like a one-seater plane? You have to like be on
Every
each
30
other's
seconds,
lap.
she just looks back at him and cusses him out and says something mean.
Oh, yeah. It's probably throw
Oh,
food
man.
at him.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
be the worst flight home.
I don't know. I almost want to see him yell at her, even though what he did was wrong. But I want to see. I just want to see what happens. What she would do.
Me
She'd probably like
too.
burst into flames or something.
Burst into flames.
It turns into the devil himself.
Some kind of metamorphosis. Was that
That's-
all there was for the preview? It was just her going
Yeah.
back.
Mm-hmm. Ripping off his
Yeah.
hat.
For more rage.
What's gonna happen like in the next few episodes with them?
Well, is the season almost over? Because a lot of these storylines are starting to wind down.
I know.
I think we
it
have at
might be.
least 3 more episodes. At least.
Yeah.
Because usually the tell-all's around episode 15 or something. 14 or 15.
Okay. Will Jasmine stay with Gino? Let's vote.
For her sake, I hope not.
Will? Can
I
they
don't-
recover?
I don't think she will. I think they could recover. Because, I mean, eventually he just does whatever she wants anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now he knows, like, what the line is. He probably wouldn't do it again. So I feel like they could, but I don't feel like, I don't think that she'll allow it to happen.
Oh, can I make an addendum? I just feel like her forgiveness can be purchased.
Mm-hmm.
So she like might be super salty right now, but you know, nothing a good hen carrot diamond might not be able to fix.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. She does flip the switch on and off quite fast.
Okay, so I do think that they're gonna stay together because people put up with crazy things in relationships, and I think she's gonna flip that switch and stay with him again,
Really?
and that's it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Están locas.
come on, this is 90 Day.
That's
How
true.
many times have we said they should break up? They should just break up.
You know,
Oh
still
yeah,
together.
that's
To this
bad. They
day,
should
they're
break
still
up.
together.
And they're like all still together.
Get married even. You're like, you guys are crazy. Get
Yeah.
married.
Well, what about Mike and
Natalie.
See, okay, they actually did what we said they should do, which was break up.
Yeah, but he could have ended that whole thing 24 hours before he
Yeah,
committed.
that's true.
I think they're still married.
Really?
I think
I
he
think-
served her divorce papers.
Well, last I read was like they were doing like a call or something, and then he said that like he wants a divorce, and then he said he didn't file any like papers for her, like any kind of green card, anything. And she went
Mhm.
crazy. She was crying. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm not a toy. I'm not a toy," something like that. And so like she has to leave the country, which she doesn't want to do. And so and then he like that's what he said, but I think because of all that, he didn't actually go through with actually serving her papers and getting divorced.
What a just take her out.
Yeah, I mean, just get divorced.
Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
I'm sure she can find somebody else, bring her over.
Yeah, and is she in the single life? I'm sure she has like pick of the litter there.
Yeah. But anyway, who are we gonna do next?
I mean, we only have one more, right?
Do we? Is it Hamza?
Yeah.
Oh my God, guys, this couple. I am so. Memphis is so unlikable.
Well, before you start, I was
Yes.
reading some stuff that
Okay,
Memphis
tell me.
apparently thinks that 90 Day is the work of the devil.
What?
does?
Really?
She has recently gone off on her social medias and disparaged
Wow.
the entire show and the series and says that it is the work of the devil and that, like, you know, you were being told to sign things and that things are going to like play out a certain way and it's supposed to be this and that, but it's 100% not. And apparently the show does not represent her well. I'm like,
It
I don't
really
know,
does
man.
not.
You look crazy in it. That's why.
I know, like maybe because this is how you actually behaved and they just portrayed it. Like, what is it that the show, they can't force you to say all those things. You said all those things and
Yeah, like
now
you
it's on the
had
show.
sex with Hamza in his mom's house the first night you got there. You couldn't even wait like a
Exactly.
couple days.
Exactly.
So
And
yeah,
then
let's blame the devil on that one.
and I mean the whole time, and not only that, like her attitude towards Hamza, like uh she treats him like a child. She's super disrespectful to him. She's rude to him. Like, if you don't do this, then I'm not going to marry you. If you don't sign the prenup, I'm not going to marry you. If you don't, do you have any money? What? You're broke? Oh, wow. You know, and then she's like,
Mhm.
5 minutes later, oh, what's wrong? Are you okay? You seem to be not happy. Really? Why do you like you think you just talk and say all these things to somebody and that they're not going to feel a certain way about it?
Well, I like how Hamza actually straight up was just like, you need to stop because I'm sad now.
Yeah, right. Good job verbalizing your feelings. Right. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry. Go ahead.
no.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, her problem is that she is trying to change him instead of like just to go and see that they're compatible. Whenever he does something that she doesn't like, she's trying to berate him and like change him into being the person that she wants him to be. But like to go there was to see if you were compatible, not to like trying to like squeeze him into a different person, which is what she's trying to do. And she just the way she does it is like so annoying.
Oh, yes. Totally agree. That's a good point. Right. It was to see if they were compatible. And she's just, I'm like, what is it about him? It seems like they FaceTimed a lot and they communicated a lot. It's like, didn't you not know that he was somebody who lived with his mom, that maybe he wasn't as mature, I guess, as what she's looking for? Don't you think, like when they were FaceTiming, like they like talked a lot, it seemed, and she seems like shocked by his personality of being young.
I mean, they barely talk now in person. Like they can't communicate now.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I think 90% of the like composition of their conversation is sexy time.
Yeah, so I don't think they did communicate very well online.
I hate the way she talks to me hungry, me want food, you know, moo. No, she didn't even say moo. She said quack, quack. You know what I mean? Quack, quack. He's all like duck. Oh, I mean, oops, cow, moo. Oh gosh. Okay, so anyway, what happens here is they finally make it you know, no, they wake up the next morning, they had a good boom boom, so she's happy. He proved that he can satisfy her. Then they go to the embassy. She gets the paperwork for their marriage, and you know, she starts asking him, "Do you how are we going to pay for this? What are your plans for the wedding?" And he's like, "It's a surprise." And then you know, she'll berate him some more. And then Hamza's like, "You know what? Sometimes I think to myself, like when he does a camera interview, he's like, sometimes I think to myself, do I really want this for the rest of my life? because she talks really bad to me. I'm not sure if this is what I actually want. Like, good job, Hamza.
Good for you for having
Yes.
self-realization.
Exactly. I mean, come on. Can you imagine? She's gonna treat you like crap, like she's doing now.
Like as soon as he does something that she doesn't like, she's just gonna continue to berate him. It's like, why don't you find somebody that's already like the way that you want? Okay.
Right.
Like,
I
just
feel
leave him
like he
alone.
does. I feel like he doesn't even do things that she may not like. It's just like she just finds anything to get mad at him, even if it's like things that is his personality. I don't know, like money about the wedding. Okay, let's just say the wedding. It's like, what's going on with the wedding? He's like, oh, it's a surprise. She's like, do you have money? Like, I need to know what's going on because you don't plan things well. Do you even have any money? Like, what? Do you even like? I don't even think Memphis really likes him. Because if you like somebody, you're not going to treat them like that. It was just so confused. I don't know. She just wants like, she doesn't respect him is the thing.
Yeah.
I don't think she respects him. So she treats him like crap. And if you don't respect your partner, then that's not going to work.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna make. I don't want them to make it. I
Me
think
either.
Hamza deserves better.
I know that Memphis. I know that she's had her struggles, but heck no, she is so annoying to me. I wouldn't even want to be her friend. I'm like, heck no. So I'm not surprised that she's upset. I don't know why though, because that's her. She must not like her own personality.
Valley's saying that she's not being edited well. That's always their argument.
Right. Okay, and then on the next song, he shows his hesitancy about being married. And, Memphis is freaking out. I don't know why. Because all the stuff we discussed. But, yeah, I like it. He's, like, putting his foot down. He's like, I'm not just going to marry you no matter what. Like, you think I'm just going to marry you no matter what? Nah, you mistaken. You mistaken, bruh.
We'll see. He'll probably do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I know. You always wish they won't, but they do.
Yeah, it's a stupid show.
I mean, in this show, that's the thing that's frustrating. It's like they usually do what you don't want them to do, but it's entertaining to watch.
Right. The end.
Was there anything else on the next song that we didn't cover?
Ella, we'll see her next week. She's trying to convince Prince Johnny to come to Dubai, or she is seeing other Asian men.
No.
That's what he says, right? No.
Yes, exactly.
She should have said, I'm going to see other Asian men, just so that, doesn't get it twisted.
Just to be clear, there's other men going to be Asian too.
We rub it in your face. There's other Asian men.
A billion of them in China.
Could have been you, John.
Could have been you.
Well, all right. Real quick, just want to say thank you to everybody who gave us a 5-star review. Really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. And with that said, thank you, John. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. It's the 14th.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. All right. Bye.
Bye.